how can I rest? Actually, I'm in hunger because I don't need anything, God. That's why we need to pray. God, this is the right time for me to do fast. If you have a confirmation from God, you never feel hunger. Joy would come instead. Even though I don't eat, but I'm full of happiness. I don't know why. And then your mind is calming down to listen to the voice of God. So I want you to experience this once in a lifetime. It requires your commitment and dedication. You have to determine your mindset to do it. Once in a lifetime, when you do that, I guarantee God is going to give you spiritual blessings to you. After that, I don't have to ask you. God is going to speak into your heart to do that. So there are many kinds of fasting. That's another subject. Only drinking water or juice, soft food, all different kinds of diet for fasting. So in my opinion, Sabbath is directly related to resting. So you need to stop and cease from your own activities. God is not asking you to do it a full day. This is a different generation, I believe. In the Old Testament, you have nothing much to do, so you can do it. A couple of days a week. But today's life is different. But 1 hour or 2 hours, God looks at our hearts. The motivation here. God, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do that. But this hour, I'm going to give myself to you. 100%. My spirit, soul, body, I want to give me your spiritual blessings in my life. I want to experience that you are a loving God and living God. In my life, I want to experience personally. Are you really God? Are you really with me? See, that kind of struggle is once in a life. God knows that even once you can touch by God, then you will worship and dedicate your life for Him forever. Today's Christians, there is a gap between God and the church. We have full of knowledge and activities. We all know by our knowledge the life of the church. We go listening to the sermon, do the Bible study, praising. We gather together and pray together. That's it. Is there any more in God's eyes? See, there is a gap. They don't experience true God who He is. We even received Him as our own Savior, personal God. But is He really leading my life? See, that's the difference. There's a gap. We know who God is. If I live like that, God is going to bless me. But actually, I haven't met God who He is. That's why always Satan comes and deceives us. God is just far away, somewhere in the cosmos. He's far away from you and He's watching you. Is that true? See, my life is too busy to think about God. That's why we need to go back to the basic. God, I want to experience. I want to meet you as a personal God. In the way I'm in love with you. That kind of relationship. So fasting, I'm just challenging you guys once in a lifetime. Try. It's not easy. But in prayer, you just prepare your heart and your bodies to do that. Then later, you tell me what kind of blessings you get from God. Is there another verse here? Oh, okay. You know, I want you to turn Book of Joel, chapter 2. Joel chapter 2, verses 15 and 16. Blow the ram's horn in Jerusalem. Announce a time of fasting. Call the people together for a solemn meeting. Gather all the people, the elders, the children, and even the babies. Call the bridegroom from his quarters and the bride from her private room. Hear the solemn meeting. When God blows the ram's horn in Jerusalem. So whenever God calls you, whenever God speaks into your heart, this is the time to fast. So you just stop all your own activities and take time to see God. That's the message. That's the true meaning of Sabbath. We always said that, oh, God rested on the seventh day, so we must rest. That's true. But there is a deeper meaning, the other side of Sabbath day. Fasting and rest. So whenever you hear the voice of God, you just stop all your own activities and take time.